Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals. It is 7:24 a.m. I just put Simba on the scale. He's sitting on it right now. And he weighs 19 pounds and 6 ounces. And it has been 1 week since we've been on this weight loss journey. He started at 19 pounds, 11 ounces. So that means he has lost 5 ounces. Good job, Simba. The vet said he could lose between 3 ounces and 6 ounces a week. So at 5 ounces, we are right in that range. And so 3 to 6 ounces a week is between 1 and 2% of his weight. That's how it was calculated. So that means the portions he's been getting has been good. If I wanted to give him a few more snacks every day, I could. But that's our first week. We're going to have an official weigh-in once a week. And see how this goes. Now, I did weigh him a few times during the week just to see, are we going in the right direction? So hopefully we are. It is 8:30 a.m. and we're supposed to have a few days of cloudiness and rain, so I want to take a look at what's going on outside here. So in this plant, I have stevia, and it's doing really well here so far. This is my elderberry bush, and for the first time, it has these, it looks like these are going to turn into flowers. Last year it had these, but they fell off right away. So I've been watching these, and it'll be interesting to see, what happens. Are these going to eventually turn into elderberries? That'll be really interesting. And this is some catnip that likes to grow here. This rose bush just keeps coming up on its own. It had some really pretty roses a week or so ago. In these pots are some zinnia that I'm growing from seeds. So we'll see how they grow. They're one of those little grow kits with little tiny flower pot. I planted the seeds in the little tiny flower pot, and then once they sprouted, I moved them here, so hopefully they'll take. These flowers are still doing well. This was a gift from Grandma and Grandpa Feral this year. And these are my geraniums from the greenhouse. So the one here and the one here aren't doing too good, although this one does have some flowers on it. The one in the middle is doing pretty good. And here are the other geraniums from the greenhouse. This is my begonia that I am absolutely amazed survived through the winter in the greenhouse. I honestly thought it was dead, but then it started growing again, so we'll see what happens with it. This is my lavender topiary, which, is not doing the best, so we'll see how it does if it comes back really well. And this is my Meyer lemon tree. And in these two pots, I have sunflowers. Again, that was from a grow kit, and I grew them in a little flower pot. And then I replanted them just in these planters because I had these planters, and I want to see what happens. And look at what's going on here. My parsley's coming back, and it looks like there's some basil in there also. That is awesome. Here is my bucket of mint. These look really great. I have to figure out what I want to do with them this year. I believe this is some catnip. My banana tree is starting to get some new leaves. Now, this one really had a rough winter, so we'll see what happens to that over the summer. These 3 pots are eggplants. They are like the finger eggplants, like the long, thin ones. And these 3 pots are pole beans, and this one looks like it's not doing too well. The leaves are getting brown in the middle also. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's too much water. And this is a fig tree that I planted here. This was in a container, but I planted it here to see how it's going to do. I think it's going to do better actually planted in the ground. And then I moved my tomatoes here because where they were, the sun was getting blocked in the afternoon. So I think they're going to get more sun here. So that's why I moved them here. This one has some yellowing on the bottom. These are 3 different types of tomatoes. It looks like this one's doing the best so far. I'll have to keep an eye on this one. And my plant in the front is still doing good, has not been eaten yet. And this one has been eaten. They're both the same exact plant, so I don't know why this one was eaten. And there's my lavender by the bird bath. That should start blooming relatively soon. It's getting really big. Simba and I had some pom-pom playtime on the rug, and I don't know where Splash is, but I'm going to start making their breakfast. It is 9:11 a.m. Here's Simba. So he did not want to eat the raw food that I made for their breakfast. It was the food from the poultry farm, the pet food that they make. Splash ate it, no problem. Splash enjoyed it. So what I did was I reconstituted some of these Instinct raw bites. These are freeze-dried raw bites for Simba. And as soon as he saw me walking down the hall with this little dish, like he knew exactly what it was and he jumped up here on the bed. For some reason, he thinks he has to eat these on the bed because this is where he's eaten them before. So today, Simba's having breakfast in bed. I gave him a 1/3 cup portion of these and I reconstituted them with some warm water. I'm downstairs with Sammy, Ziggy, and Nancy, and we're playing Get the Stick from under this toy. This toy is the one with the ball that moves around in the bag, but they still love it when I put a stick under it. Look at Ringo's stripes. He has such a nice fur pattern. So from the back, he's all stripes. And then from the sides, he's swirls. That's how he got the name Ringo, because he has like rings in his coat. It's 11:20 a.m. Look at what's going on here. This is my newspaper bag. This is one of the bags that I used when I was trying to find Sammy to hand flyers out. And I put it on the ground and I was like, I wonder if Sammy will go into it. And she went into it. And I've been walking around the house with her in it. Of course, I'm filming this, so she just jumped out of it. It was perfect for her. I literally just put it on the ground like this. And she went right in. You gonna go in? You gonna go back in? Go back in, we'll go for a ride. Go ahead. Go in. She went into the bag, and then all I did was pick up the handle. And she was enjoying it so much. Okay, go in, we'll go for another ride. We'll go for another ride, just around the house, okay? Go ahead. You go in. Go in the bag, we'll go for a ride. No. I'm gonna leave it here on the floor in the kitchen and see what she does to it. She just heard me. She came upstairs. She's smelling it. Is she going to lay on top of it? Is she going to lay underneath it? Is she going to lay in it? Or is she just going to ignore it? Here's Nancy. The Lucky 7 had playtime downstairs this morning. They also had playtime upstairs this morning, so they're a little bit hyper. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured she's going to lay on it. She might go in it or underneath it also. I know she likes it. She was really enjoying it. It's about 2:30 p.m. Simba's relaxing here on the cat tower and Boo's room. And I'm giving him a snack. I don't know if he's going to eat it. So it's a churro with the Cosequin mixed in. You want to eat it here? And a whole bunch of... and several different treats for him. There's some bench and field treats, some of the Shameless Pet treats, and some of the oral care. The landscapers just showed up, so I moved Simba to my room. He's eating part of his snack on the bed. Hopefully he'll eat all of that. He's getting the Cosequin in the churro because he did not get it with his breakfast. There's splashes on top of the armoire. I gave him some snacks also. This is their afternoon snack. It is 3:20 p.m. Look at what's going on here. So this bag is from the grocery store. I just got an Instacart order and they put everything in this bag. And this was hanging on a doorknob because, I don't like the cats getting into the bags. And I just saw this. So Sammy took it off the doorknob and she's sitting in it. Maybe she wants me to take her for a little ride in it. You want me to pick you up, Sammy? Taking Sammy for a little ride. Here she goes. Want to ride in the bag? I just hung it back up on the doorknob. There's Sammy. It is 9:10 a.m. Good morning, Simba. So Simba was in a very good mood this morning. What happened was I didn't sleep good at all last night. I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning, could not get back to bed. I was just like, it was one of those nights where I felt like I couldn't get warm. And I even had like lots of blankets on me and I still couldn't get warm. But I didn't feel like I was getting sick or anything. Like it wasn't that. I didn't feel like I had the chills or anything or a fever. I just felt like I couldn't get comfortable, couldn't get warm. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to see if I could sleep on the couch because I'd been up for like an hour trying to get back to sleep. Nothing was working. So I said, let me go see if I could sleep on the couch. Well, sure enough, I fell asleep on the couch. Then I woke up this morning a little bit before 7. The next thing I know, Simba jumps up on the couch and he was getting a lot of pets. He got lots and lots of pets. And I was like, oh, Simba's in a really good mood this morning. So then it looked like he was hungry. So I gave him some treats, just a few of the Pet Wellbeing treats. I think that's the company. And then I went downstairs for a few minutes. I came upstairs and he vomited the treats on the bed. I had one of the vomit blankets from Sharon on this bed. He vomited on the bed, but he also vomited a little bit of cat grass. So I was like, okay, I'll just have to put the blanket in the washing machine. He vomited a little bit on the play rug, which I cleaned up. And then I was like, okay, I'll let him rest his stomach because usually after he vomits, he likes to rest his stomach for a while. Except he was still hungry. This is his favorite breakfast right now. It is the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw freeze-dried chicken bites, which I reconstitute with warm water. He ate like a little bit of them, but he obviously did not finish. And I gave him some of these freeze-dried chicken pieces. These, he doesn't like these when they're reconstituted. He likes them crunchy. And he didn't eat them. Is he going to eat one now? Like, I'm not forcing the food on him, but if he wants it, he could eat it. And usually, if he has an upset stomach and I give him just the plain freeze-dried chicken, usually he's good with that. And in the past, when I was buying the Stewart's freeze-dried chicken, I would reconstitute that and he would eat it. But for some reason, he doesn't like this brand reconstituted. So he's purring right now. I don't know where Splash is. I have to find Splash and give Splash some breakfast. The rest of the cats are going to have canned food for breakfast today. All right, well, Simba's appetite's coming back. Hopefully he won't vomit that chicken. He ate the chicken and now he's eating some of these. I don't know if he's going to finish them or if he just wanted to eat one. Oh, maybe he wants more chicken. He's looking at the empty container. Okay. I'll get you some more chicken, Simba, if you want it. There's Splash. I just found him on a dining room chair. So I'm going to put some breakfast together for him. Hopefully he'll eat it. It's 10:30 a.m. and Ziggy has a bug. She has one of those little pill bugs. At least that's what it looks like to me. It could be something different. Ziggy loves hunting. She loves hunting. Is she going to eat it? Is she going to eat it? Sammy's here too. Sometimes they just like playing with the bugs. Hey, Sammy. You gonna let it get away? Ziggy, don't let it get away. Hey, Sammy. You gonna get the bug? Where's the bug going? It's gone. The bug is gone. Where did it go? Did it go out the door? Ziggy, what kind of hunter lets a bug go? You let the bug go. You let the bug go, Ziggy. It's 1:30 p.m. Look at how Simba's laying on top of the armoire. He had his feet in the air a few minutes ago. Here's Nancy and Richard. They're taking naps also. And here's Ziggy and Ringo. Every cat tower in this room has a cat on it. Ziggy, Ringo, Nancy, and Richard. I just got a call from the vet's office, so the calming supplement that I ordered last week has come in, so I could pick it up later today or tomorrow. But I placed a Whole Foods delivery order today. I've never placed a delivery order with Whole Foods, and Amazon, has this deal where they're giving you like 30 days of free deliveries as a trial. And then if you like it, it's $9.99 a month. And you get unlimited free deliveries if it's $35 or more. And I placed an Instacart order yesterday, and it's just so convenient and saves me so much time, and I feel like I get so much more done. And I don't spend as much money because I'm not picking up like impulse items when I'm in the store. So if I go into a store looking for like 2 or 3 things, I always end up looking at other things in the store and buying much more than I went to the store for to begin with. So not only am I saving time, but I'm hoping it saves me money because I'm not then picking up like a bunch of other stuff that I'm seeing. I'm really just more sticking to a list of what I actually need. So if that order comes before 4 p.m., then I'll take a ride to pick up the supplement today. But if it comes later, then I'll go tomorrow. It's 7 p.m. Here's Ziggy and Nancy. They're sitting on the floor with me, and I'm editing a video. Hey, Sammy. There's Ringo. So the window in Boo's room is opened because we actually got a little bit of sun maybe like an hour ago. When I was coming back from the vet's office, I ran a few errands. I ran into Trader Joe's, then I ran into TJ Maxx. And by the time I got home, it was probably almost 6 p.m. And it was sunny, and I was like, wow, this is great. So I did a few things in the yard. Then I came inside and I opened some windows. There were just 3 or 4 cats sitting on the shelf near the windows, but they've all since left the room. Simba and Splash are still napping. Sometimes Simba will be up already, and he'll be like, okay, where's my dinner? But he and Splash are both still napping, so I'm just going to keep editing this video. I'd like to get it posted today, but I'm not even halfway done with it yet. Look at Sammy. She discovered this box, and she has decided to take a bath in it. I guess she wants some privacy right now. Maybe she's going to take a nap. It's 7:15 a.m. Here's Splash. Good morning, Splash. I slept through the night for like the first time in so long, like not even waking up once. So I've been maybe like waking up once or twice a night and being able to fall back asleep. Like that's been a good night for me. Usually I wake up sometime in the middle of the night and I can't fall back asleep. Now this has been since Stella passed or since she went to the emergency room. But last night was the first night I slept through the night without waking up once. And the only thing I did different was I wore a sleep mask. You know, the masks that you can buy and, you put them over your eyes. That's what I did. And I did not wake up once. I got a full, uninterrupted 6 hours of sleep. And I feel okay from that. And here's Simba. I found him on a dining room chair this morning. How are you, Simba? So Simba ate half of his dinner yesterday. And then he had crunchies at crunchy time, right, Simba? And I'm assuming he also had crunchies out of the automatic feeders around 2 or 3 a.m. because they're both empty. But I would have to look at the security camera footage to verify that. I'm going to put Simba on a scale today, see what he weighs, just to get a general idea of what direction we're moving in. I'm hoping that we can continue with his very gradual weight loss. Right, Simba? You feeling okay? You feeling okay? Woo, stretch, big stretch, big stretch. Simba's official weigh-in was 2 days ago, and he's up 2 ounces right now. How you doing, Simba? Okay? So we got to work on maybe some additional exercise. Or what I'll do is I'll give him more of the weight loss crunchies. I've been mixing the weight loss crunchies into the sensitive stomach crunchies or the adult cat crunchies or the older cat crunchies for like ages 7 and up. But maybe what I'll do is I'll just do more of the weight loss crunchies. They have a little bit less calories in them. Because other than that, like Simba has not been eating too much food. Because he hasn't been eating like his full meal, like his full breakfast or his full dinner. He hasn't been eating too much of that. So what he's been eating mostly is the crunchies at night. I just gave Simba the ball in the bag toy that he could play with while I take a shower, get dressed, and get ready for my day. The cats are having canned fish for breakfast. So they tried this premium fussy cat trout and salmon. Simba ate half of this and Splash did not really want any of it. So this was not a success. And then I opened up this Fancy Feast classic pate, cod, sole, and shrimp. I figured Splash will probably eat this because he does tend to like the Fancy Feast pates. And I gave Splash the majority of this can. Then I gave Simba just a little taste of it. And they both ate this. Splash left a little bit on his plate. So I put a few crunchies on it and I'll see if he finishes it. But Simba literally licked his little plate clean. He probably only had like 1/6 of this can, just as a little taste, just to see if he would eat it. We're playing with some toys downstairs before breakfast. The cats have been flea combed. I have not found any fleas. Look at Sammy in her box. What you doing, Sammy? Now Ziggy's in the box. Hello, Ziggy. You're such a sweet girl, Ziggy. Ziggy loves playtime. Look how cute Richard is when he's playing with his toy. It's 9:17 a.m. and the cats are all eating out of their color bowls, and they're having some canned food, and they're having a little bit of dry food. And I didn't give them like a really big portion. I gave them a smaller portion than normal because they have not been eating all of their breakfast. They're just not breakfast cats. But they're all eating out of their bowls. And yesterday they had breakfast out of their bowls. But I've been giving them dinner on the paper plates just because it's easier for me to clean up at night. And then sometime during the day, what I do is I'll pick these up and then wash them. Here's Splash. He's on top of the armoire today. And here's Simba. He's under the day sofa and Boo's room. So this is where they are right now. And I'm going to shut the doors just so they have a little bit of peace and quiet this morning. And then if they want to move around later, they can move around. It is 10:06 a.m. Let's take a look at what's going on down here. I'm seeing some mostly empty bowls, which is great. Yeah, look at that. The bowls are empty. Except for Nancy's. So Nancy went upstairs and she ended up eating what was left of Splash's first plate that he did not like. So that's fine. It's 6:36 a.m. Here's Simba. Good morning, Simba. You're so cute. And here's Splashy. Good morning, Splash. You're so cute too. So I slept really good last night. It was the second night in a row that I slept really good because of a sleep mask. Just a cheap $1.25 sleep mask from the Dollar Tree. And it just completely improved my quality of sleep. Like that's 2 nights in a row now that I have not woken up at 3 or 4 a.m. and not been able to get back to bed. So that's been amazing. The problem today was I woke up at 6 a.m. because the wind and the rain was so bad. Like it woke me up. It was so bad. And then once I realized what was going on, I had to go outside and close my patio umbrella because I did not want the wind like blowing it away. That's happened in the past. So thankfully it wasn't pouring, but that's what's going on. And right now it actually looks like the sun might be trying to come out, like this weather might be trying to pass. But I looked at the radar and there's like another band of rain that'll be coming through, I don't know, in like an hour or so. But it would be nice if we had at least part of a sunny day today. Look at all these pom-poms. Simba and I were having some playtime last night. And Simba was laying here. And I was like back here. And I was tossing the pom-poms at him. And he was having fun with them. But then at one point I was like, I wonder what would happen if I just tried to toss the pom-poms into this bowl. So that was like my little like challenge for myself. And it was so funny because every time I would throw pom-poms in the bowl, Simba would want to like pull them out. Then after a while he got bored with that game. That's why there's so many pom-poms in the bowl. Because he's like, yeah, you could just keep throwing them in the bowl. It is 8:21 a.m. and Simba and Splash just had their breakfast. They were also brushed today. And I weighed Simba, and he's back to 19 pounds, 6 ounces, which is what he was several days ago for his weekly weigh-in. So I'd be happy if we could get that down to 19 pounds, 3 ounces by his next weekly weigh-in because he's supposed to be losing 3 to 6 ounces a week. So I'm going to try to make sure he gets extra exercise and we stay on the same food routine. Now, he did eat his breakfast today. He ate part of his breakfast, or most of it. Neither of them would eat this fussy cat, turkey, and guinea fowl pate, so I'm going to give this to the lucky 7. They both enjoyed this Weruva Marbella paella with mackerel, shrimp, and mussels, now in gravy. They did not completely finish their meal. Simba ate up all the gravy, maybe a little bit of the fish also, and Splash kind of did the same thing. He ate up all the gravy, left a lot of the fish on his plate. So this was slightly successful. It's 8:25 a.m. I just came downstairs to feed the lucky 7, and the dehumidifier is off. The bucket is full. That's how humid it is because we've been getting so much rain. So I have to make sure that I put this back on because right now it's 50% humidity down here. We're trying to keep it below 50. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Ziggy. Hello, Goldie. It is 8:53 a.m. and everyone is eating out of their breakfast bowls. Even Nancy, I don't know if you could see her, it might only be a silhouette, but she's eating out of her breakfast bowl also. So yesterday the breakfast bowls were a big success. Everyone enjoyed them. So they're getting the same thing today. They're getting a variety of canned food and they're getting a little bit of dry food. So because there are 7 of them, what I'll do is I'll open up a can of food and then divide it among the 7 bowls. And I'll give them usually like 3 different varieties of food to choose from. That way, if they don't like one of them, they could eat it off someone else's bowl or vice versa. Although the goal of using these bowls is just for them to eat their own portion and to kind of, show ownership and territory over their bowl so that, someone else doesn't eat all their food. But like yesterday, I did see several of them finish what was left in their bowl, and then after someone had walked away from another bowl, they went over and finished it. So we'll see what happens today. It is 12:50 p.m. I just got home, and Splash and Simba were laying on the bed together. I don't know if they were cuddled up because they didn't look like they were cuddled up. How Splash always cuddles with Stella. I didn't see him cuddled with Simba, but I just saw them laying next to each other, which is a first. I've never seen them laying so close to each other on the bed like this before. They were closer than this. They were probably touching each other, but I walked in and then Splash moved. So I think maybe I'll put a camera facing them and I'll see what they do. Look what I found at Whole Foods today. I had no idea that they sold these. This is cat grass. Look, and it says pet salad, fresh wheatgrass pet treat. So I was really excited. I found this near where they sell sprouts. I was looking for some fresh sprouts, they have alfalfa sprouts, broccoli sprouts, that kind of stuff. And I saw this. I was like, wow, this is great. And it was only $5. There's Nancy. It was only $5, so it's half the price of cat grass that I buy at Pet Goods or any of the local pet supply stores. Now, obviously, it's much smaller, but that's great that it's much smaller because it gives the cat grass more life. When you buy it already tall, it has less of a life left in it, and now it's still just starting to grow. So I'm going to put this on... I'm going to see if I could put this on the windowsill in the kitchen. That's where I normally grow cat grass. And I'm going to wait another day or 2 until I give it to the cat. Simba's going to love this. So as a comparison, this is what I get in the local pet stores. This is $10. And this is the size of it. It's usually like fully grown already. And as you can see, the cats have been enjoying it. And then this one is only $5. It's a little bit bigger, like wider, so there should be more grass in it. And it's only $5. And it's like fresher than this is. So hopefully the cats will like this. This will continue to grow well, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.